You hatch from a pale cream egg with reddish-brown speckles on a cliff ledge somewhere above a coastal plain in southern Spain. There is no nest. Your mother scraped a shallow hollow in the accumulated debris on the ledge and laid 3 eggs in it. You are the second to hatch. Your older sibling is already upright and demanding food. Your younger sibling will crack through in 2 days. Your eyes are sealed and your body is covered in white down that does nothing useful against the cold. Your mother crouches over you and your siblings, and the warmth she produces is the only reason you stay alive through the first night. Your father is somewhere in the air above the cliff, hunting. He comes back twice in the first 12 hours with food and passes it to your mother, and she tears it into pieces small enough for you to swallow. You swallow without chewing. This will be true for a long time. You are 4 days old and your older sibling is already visibly larger than you. It pushes forward at every feeding, and your mother feeds the open mouth closest to her beak. You learn quickly that the open mouth closest to the food gets the food. You push forward too. Your younger sibling gets whatever is left after both of you have fed. By day 10, your eyes are open, and you can see the ledge and your siblings and the open air beyond the ledge edge. The drop is hundreds of meters. You cannot process what that means yet. You press against the cliff face when the wind picks up, because the wind makes the ledge feel unstable even though it is not. Skip forward. You are 3 weeks old. Your white down is being replaced by brown juvenile feathers along your wings and back. You stand at the ledge edge and look out. The plain below is brown and heat-shimmered, and the sea is a flat blue line at the horizon. Your father lands with a swift in his talons. He has already removed the wings. You pull at it yourself for the first time instead of waiting for your mother to tear it for you. You get most of it. You are 5 weeks old and you have started jumping, short hops between rock protrusions on the cliff face, half flying, half scrambling with your feet. You have fallen twice, both times only a meter or two before catching the rock face with your talons. The second fall happened because you misjudged the gust and overcorrected, and your left wing clipped the cliff. You hung against the rock for a moment before climbing back up. Your mother watched both times and did not move. You fly for the first time at 6 weeks. You push off the ledge and you are immediately in open air, and nothing is holding you, and the plane is 600 meters below. You flap hard and you rise, which surprises you. You circle the cliff face 3 times without landing, and on the 4th circle you come in too fast and your feet hit the ledge edge and you tumble into the hollow where the nest was and lie there for a moment with your wings spread. You get up. You flew. Your siblings fly within the same week. Your younger sibling, despite the disadvantage in feeding through the first weeks, is a fast and aggressive flyer almost immediately. It overtakes prey in the air on its 5th flight. You watch this from a nearby rock and note that it cuts angles differently than you do. You start practicing angles. For the next 6 weeks, your parents bring food less and less. Not withholding, the bringing simply tapers. You spend more time chasing insects on the wing, catching some, missing more. A large dragonfly that you chase for 4 minutes escapes into the scrub below the cliff. You land on a rock and sit there. You are hungry. Eventually, you find a dead lizard on the ledge. You eat it. It is not what you are going to become, but it is what you need right now. You are 4 months old and your parents have stopped feeding you. You are hunting on your own, and some days are better than others. You miss a swallow 7 times in a row before catching it on the 8th attempt. The swallow was fast and cut unpredictable angles. You were faster, but not more accurate. Accuracy comes slower than speed. Skip forward. You are 8 months old. Your juvenile brown feathers are partially replaced by the slate gray and cream adult plumage of a Eurasian hobby. The dark mustache stripe is appearing on your face. You have left the cliff where you hatched, and you are moving south. The Strait of Gibraltar is ahead. Millions of birds are moving across it. Swallows, beet-eaters, raptors, everything that summers in Europe and winters in Africa. You are among them. The crossing takes less than an hour. You hunt over the strait while crossing, a swift low over the water, caught and eaten without landing. On the African side, the air is different, drier, dustier. thermals rising off a different kind of ground. You fly south through Morocco, and then west through the Sahel, and then south again. You have never been here. Your body knows where to go. You follow the same route your parents flew the year before and the year before that without having seen them do it. You spend the winter in the Sahel, the scrubby, semi-arid zone south of the Sahara, where insects are plentiful through the dry season. You hunt termites on the wing by the hundreds, catching them one at a time as they emerge from their mounds in mating swarms. Some days you catch more food in an hour than you caught in a full day in Spain. You put on weight you will need for the return journey. In February, the termites become less abundant. You begin moving north again. The crossing of the Sahara takes several days of sustained flight. You eat almost nothing. The headwinds over the desert are stronger than they were going south. You arrive at the northern edge of the desert thinner than when you crossed it. You are 10 months old when you cross back over Gibraltar. The insects are already returning to the Spanish interior. You establish a loose range on a hillside north of Cadiz, hunting over the Garrigue scrub. A male approaches you one afternoon over a meadow. He is older, with cleaner adult plumage. He hovers briefly in front of you and then drops a dragonfly near you and pulls up in circles. You watch him. He does it again. You pick up the dragonfly and eat it. He lands on a nearby wire. You fly to a wire 20 meters away. This continues for 4 days. He brings prey and leaves it near you, and you eat it, and neither of you leaves. On the 5th day, he comes in low with a large moth and transfers it to you in flight, talon to talon. You carry it away and eat it on a post. He follows and lands beside you. This is how it starts. You breed for the first time at 1 year old, which is early. Most hobbies wait until their 2nd year. You find a disused crow's nest in a small copse of holm oaks and lay 2 eggs. You incubate them through June. Both hatch. Both die within a week. The weather turns cold and wet for 10 days in early July, and you and your mate are hunting in difficult conditions, and the chicks are underfed and hypothermic, and one morning, both are gone. You do not try again that season. The 2nd year, you are more careful about nest selection. You find a magpie nest higher in the canopy with better wind protection and lay 3 eggs. All 3 hatch, 1 fledges. That is the season. 50% of first-year hobbies never make it back from their first African winter. 40% of eggs laid never produce a fledgling. You lose 1 chick to a Montague Harrier that takes it from the nest while you were both hunting. The numbers are what they are. You fly south again in September. You are 3 years old, and the migration route is familiar now. You know the thermals over the Sierra Nevada. You know the crossing point over Gibraltar. You know the section of Sahel scrub where the termite emergences peak in January. You know all of this in the way a migrant bird knows things, in muscle and magnetic field and the angle of the sun. Not in memory you can retrieve, in the body. This year, you do not make it back. Over the Sahara, on the northward crossing in March, a sandstorm moves in from the west faster than sandstorms usually do. You drop to low altitude trying to get below it. The wind is 40 meters per second and the air is full of sand, and you cannot see and you cannot orient and you cannot find a thermal. You fly for 2 hours in conditions that are eating your energy reserves faster than you can replace them. Your wing beats become less precise. You descend toward the desert surface looking for anything to land on. There is nothing. Your body continues for another 20 minutes before it stops. The storm passes in 6 hours. The desert is quiet afterward. The sand has moved. Things are buried that were not buried before.